What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here, and welcome to our daily show where we discuss the fourth stimulus check update to today, 2021, as well as the next two upcoming packages, the next physical infrastructure package and the next stimulus package, as well as what is going on in the United States today, as well as Washington, D.C. today. Make sure to watch to the end of the video for a special guest appearance that you won't want to miss, as well as happy 4th of July. Thanks for spending your 4th of July with us, your extended family. Yeah, it's almost 90 degrees here today in Ohio, as we're going to be burnt to a crisp here today. We're having people over here over later today. We're going to be outside. Yeah, it is going to be a hot one. Yes. So let's jump into the video. And again, I'll have a special guest appearance for you at the end of this video. Inflation continues to spike in certain areas. As you can see here, travelers are getting hit by sticker shock this summer. If you or any of your family members are traveling right now for July 4th, you might be dealing with this, as well as gas prices that are surging right now. Hotel rooms are up by 44% at the end of June compared to a year earlier. In all fairness, last year was during the thick of the pandemic, so just keep that in mind. Airfares up 24% higher than in May last year. Again, keep that in mind, end of the pandemic. The national average for gasoline is $3.13 right now, is at a 7-year high and a 44% increase from a year ago. Rental car prices have not only soared from 110% from a year ago to record levels, but are 70% higher than pre-pandemic levels, according to a May Consumer Price Index. But the travel industry is also drastically hurting to try to get employees to work there. Airports, restaurants, and the TSA is offering up to $1,000 hiring bonus to try to hire people as travelers face long lines because there is not enough employees to go around. And the TSA is now offering $1,000 hiring bonuses for security screeners, and airlines are hiring reservation agents. Tyson just recalled 8.5 million pounds of chicken due to possible listeria contamination. So if you have any Tyson chicken, you might want to take it back to your grocery store, or call the phone number on the back of the package. And definitely don't eat it just in case, because yeah, there could be some serious side effects to it. Tyson Foods is recalling nearly 8.5 million pounds of ready-to-eat chicken products because it may be contaminated with listeria. Quote, the frozen, fully cooked chicken products were produced between December 26, 2020 and April 13th, 2021, but you could still have it today because it's frozen products. The products subject to recall bear the number ESTP7089. Dr. Anthony Fauci says, if in doubt, go the extra mile and wear a mask in places with a low vaccination rate this 4th of July weekend and even going forward. If in doubt, go the extra mile and wear a mask. A full 2/3 of the United States, about 67% of adults, have received at least one shot of the COVID vaccine. In my opinion, that's actually astonishing to think that 67% of about 330 million people in the United States have received at least one shot. That is amazing to think that a year later we would have that many people actually do that. Let me know your thoughts on that. That's a lot of people. Although health officials are warning that the spread of the Delta variant may make it harder to reach herd immunity. Senator Bernie Sanders, who's the Senate Budget Chairman from the Senate and largely considered one of the leaders of the Democratic side for the push for more stimulus, not just stimulus checks when you think about stimulus, for stimulus check, possible monthly recurring stimulus checks, but also for all these additional stimulus items like Social Security raises. Bernie Sanders actually has his own Social Security raise plan. He's also pushing for additional Medicare benefits. Senator Bernie Sanders says that about 75% of seniors do not have hearing, dental, vision, and hearing aid coverage through Medicare, as well as pushing for additional stimulus provisions in this next stimulus package, like student loan debt forgiveness, 2 years of free preschool, 2 years of college, up to $25,000 of home buyer tax credits in this next package, as well as the child tax credit extensions. Largely, the two leaders coming from the Senate is Senator Bernie Sanders, along with Chuck Schumer. Chuck Schumer is actually a very big advocate for the student loan debt forgiveness. He actually was just talking this last few days about pushing for the $50,000 of student loan debt forgiveness as well. And I think that student loan debt forgiveness is going to happen after they pass these next two packages. There's going to be more packages after this. This next package or two that they're going to pass together is not going to be the next package. The Democrats get a whole nother set of reconciliation cards on October 1st. They actually can go back and amend other packages, other reconciliation packages as well, if they want to do more packages before then or even after then, and not use the reconciliation card. They can pass bills with bipartisan support without using reconciliation cards. And I think that the student loan debt forgiveness is going to happen after they pass these next two packages. I don't think they want to kind of muddy the waters and distract everybody from the infrastructure package and the next stimulus package. Kind of all eyes right now is on the stimulus package and the next infrastructure package, which at this point is kind of going to be passed at the same time is how it's looking for right now. And you can kind of give Nancy Pelosi either the credits or blame her for this, whether you think it's credit or not, for doing this. Some Republicans are saying that it shouldn't be this way, that we should pass the physical infrastructure package first, and then they should work on the next stimulus package, because the stimulus package is going to be passed just by Democrats. They're going to pass it through the reconciliation process. Republicans are gonna kick and complain about it and not vote. They're all going to vote no on it. Let's be real here. But I think at the end of the day, we're going to see all the Democrats pass it anyways. But Nancy Pelosi is kind of insisting that these two packages are going to get passed together, which is kind of what really threw us for a loop when she passed her own infrastructure package bill this week. When Nancy Pelosi passed this $760 billion infrastructure package in the House, which kind of threw everybody for a loop. In fact, only two Republicans voted yes on it. So it's kind of unlikely to pass in the Senate, which is actually kind of further dividing the Republicans and the Democrats, which is not really what we need right now if they want to pass the physical infrastructure package through the bipartisan group, which is kind of the way things are going right now, and not really reset the talks. So Nancy Pelosi really wants to pass these two packages together, but at the same time, and she says she won't pass the bipartisan bill until the Senate also passes the reconciliation package, which is the next stimulus package. So yeah, there's kind of a lot going on there, and we're really going to see here within the next few days what is going to end up being in this next stimulus package, which is actually kind of a very important part of what is going to be, what a lot of us are waiting for, like what is going to be in this next stimulus package. Is there going to be a forced stimulus check? Is there going to be monthly recurring stimulus checks? There is actually a lot of money here. So if we're just looking at money-wise, okay, is there enough money for a forced stimulus check? Absolutely. Is there enough money for actually monthly recurring stimulus checks? Honestly, to be dead honest with you, 100% truth, there is. Okay. There's actually enough money for $3,000 worth of stimulus checks without them even passing any new money at all. If we just go with the $1 trillion, there's actually $2 trillion left over from past stimulus packages that's already passed from the past six stimulus packages. Remember, former President Trump passed 5 stimulus packages. 2 of them had checks. There was 5 packages in total. The other 3 had stuff like vaccine money, paycheck protection program money, other stimulus program money, right? Biden's passed 1. President Biden's passed 1 package. From those 6 stimulus packages, there's $2 trillion of money that was not used yet. Okay, this was by the Congressional Budget Office. This was before the $350 billion to states and cities went out. That has now gone out. That leaves $1.65 trillion left over. Now, the bipartisan group wants to use $600 billion of that money for the next physical infrastructure package, and President Biden appears to be okay with that. In fact, he agreed to that when President Biden okayed that deal. That deal's hanging on by a shoestring, so we'll see if it actually makes it to the finish line, and the Democrats agree with everything and the Republicans agree with everything. But if that's the case, we'll take another $600 billion out of that, and that still leaves $1 trillion left over of unspent stimulus money from the past stimulus packages that is already approved. This is not stimulus check money, but it's stimulus package money, stuff that was like maybe left over from like the restaurant industry, the airline industry, maybe vaccine money that wasn't used, maybe paycheck protection program money that wasn't used, like various stimulus program money that was like it was passed or not used. There's probably some school money in there. In fact, they say they passed way more money for schools than is probably needed. So there's maybe like $100 billion in there for maybe $50 billion for schools. Like, right, add up all that money, and there's like an extra $1 trillion after we send the $350 billion going to states, cities, and counties, of which some states, cities, and counties are sending out their own stimulus checks and their own stimulus programs. Then we use $600 billion of that money for the next infrastructure package, and that still leaves $1 trillion left over. The $1,400 third stimulus check cost about $400 billion. So if we double that, $1,400, that's about $800 billion. So $2,800 in checks is about $800 billion. So we could do about $3,000 in stimulus checks just with the money that is available, that has already been passed without even printing a single new dollar. Okay, so is there enough money for a fourth stimulus check in there? Absolutely. Is there enough money for monthly recurring stimulus checks, or say $1,000 a month for 3 months or 4 months or something like that? Absolutely. There's enough money in there without even passing a single new dollar, without printing a new dollar, anything like that, right? In fact, they could, if they wanted to, they could vote on just a standalone bill and just repurpose the stimulus checks. Now, the problem with that is you couldn't probably do that through the reconciliation process, because the reconciliation process is the process where you only need 50 votes in the 51 votes in the Senate. Okay. Normally you need 60 votes to pass it in the Senate on a normal day. So to pass a normal bill in the Senate, you need those 60 votes, which means you would need 10 Republicans on board. Now, whether or not we would get 10 Republicans on board to say yes to a fourth stimulus check, I'm not sure. Normally, I would say no, but maybe we would see some Republicans say yes, because this is not new stimulus money, if they did a standalone bill. I don't think they're going to do a standalone bill. I think they're going to include it in the next stimulus package. But that's why there's so much talk about getting rid of the filibuster rule. And remember, we've seen this from the Republicans. In fact, former President Trump wanted to get rid of the filibuster rule in 2017 and 2018 when Republicans controlled the House, the Senate, and the presidency. Republicans and President Trump at the time when he was president wanted to get rid of the filibuster rule because they had a hard time passing things with the filibuster. Now the Democrats control the House, the presidency, and the House, the Senate, and the presidency, and they want to get rid of the filibuster rule because both sides realize that the filibuster rule kind of sucks. And it's hard to get 60 votes in the Senate, and you don't have that rule in the House. You only need one vote past 50%. So you get 50% plus one vote in the House, majority rules, boom, it passes. The Senate kind of has this stupid filibuster rule that Republicans hate when they're in control, Democrats hate when they're in control. Whatever party's not in control, they're like, oh, okay, well, thank God it's there. But whatever party's in control, they're like, this rule sucks. We can't get anything passed. And they always try to get rid of it, and it's like, and then the Senate kind of flip-flops every 2 years. And I do think at some point they're going to get rid of the filibuster, and it'll make it a lot easier to pass standalone bills like one-time stimulus check. Oh, we want a stimulus check right now. We want to pass it and use this money that's just sitting there available. Boom, let's pass it right now. Standalone bill, let's write the bill, let's pass it. Well, we can't really do that right now because we have this reconciliation card and we only have one more right now that we can use until October 1st. Now, yeah, they can kind of go back and amend them, but that's like this big old long process, right? So that's why they have to cram everything into this huge bill. If the filibuster wasn't there, they can boom, pass a single stimulus check. Boom, it's out. Okay, then they could pass another one next month. Oh, well, we see that we need more help. Let's take another stimulus check out of that money that's sitting there. Oh, we want to do a Social Security raise. Oh, let's just vote on it right now and see if we can pass it. Oh, we want to do more Medicare benefits. Boom, let's just vote on it. Right now, they have to do these huge, massive packages, and they have to make sure that everybody's on board, and they have to do all this negotiation, and it takes all this time, right? And you're like negotiating over 100 different items, and people are like, why does it take all this time? Because you have like 100 different items in all these packages, right? And some of these bills are thousands of pages. Like, imagine writing a bill that's thousands of pages, and you wonder why this stuff takes time. Well, at the key root of the issue is the filibuster. If the filibuster wasn't there, you could probably get rid of almost all these issues because they could pass standalone bills for almost all this stuff. Boom, stimulus check bill number 4, boom, passed. Boom, done. Stimulus check bill number 5, boom, done. Stimulus check bill number 6, a month from now, boom, done. Don't even need to pass new money. The money's already sitting there. It's already passed. Boom. Now, I think they're going to get rid of the filibuster at some point in the future. Republicans wanted to get rid of it a few years ago. Literally just 3 years ago, President Trump, when he was president, wanted to get rid of it. President Biden, when Biden has talked about getting rid of it, but the Democrats, especially the progressive Democrats, really want to get rid of it. So if they get rid of it this year, we'll be able to pass a lot of stimulus provisions right now. And we're in an interesting time right now at this particular moment because stimulus provisions, Social Security provisions, Medicare provisions, free college provisions, child tax credits, all these things directly help the people. If we go back to a time before the pandemic, there really weren't a lot of bills like this that would directly put money in people's pockets or directly give free college and free preschool and Social Security rate. Like before the pandemic, there weren't a lot of bills like this that really helped people. So we're in an interesting time right now because of this pandemic where there happens to be a lot of bills that would directly help people. So getting rid of the filibuster at this particular moment would be probably better than getting rid of it a few years ago because there really weren't a lot of bills back then that were like really helping a lot of people. Although the Republicans did pass the 2017 Trump tax cuts, and they did actually increase the child tax credits in there along with some other tax cuts for middle and lower income Americans, and that was passed through the reconciliation process. So that shows you both sides kind of pass these packages that help people. But right now there's a plethora. There's just dozens of these bills that can help people right now. And the Democrats have about a year or so to pass as many of these bills as they can before the next election. So I will keep you up to date with everything. Say it again, louder. Not that loud. You scared Lily even. Yeah. Do you know what today is? What is today, Julian? Oh my God, you knocked me out. What is today? All right, relax. Tell everybody what today is.
Father's Day.
Father's Day? No, today is 4th of July.
4th of July.
Yeah, today is America's Day.
America's Day!
Yeah, we celebrate America's Independence Day today. Yeah, and do you know what this is? What are you holding here? What is this?
Flag.
That's a flag. Whose flag is this?
America's flag.
America's flag. And what's on the flag?
Stars.
Stars. Yes, stars and stripes.
Yeah.
That's just a piece of dirt.
What's the dirt? It's on here.
Yeah, tell everybody how you're scared of bugs right now.
I'm scared of bugs right now.
He's seen a little speck on the computer and he goes, "What's that?" You wanted to know if it was a bug, didn't you?
No.
Yeah, you did. You wanted to know if it was a bug. Tell him how every little speck of dirt you see, you go, "What's that?" Because you want to know if it's an ant.
It was an ant, creepy ant.
A creepy ant? Why is it so creepy?
It crawls on people.
It crawls on people. What do they do when they crawl on people?
They hurt themselves.
They... Can you tell everybody we love you?
We love you.
Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Say happy 4th of July.
Happy good night.
And say we'll see you in the next video. And say maybe we'll have some special guests on tonight at 8 p.m. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't miss our 8 p.m. Eastern Time video today. We will have some more special guests for you guys. You can click this top video here to watch my newest stimulus video next. This bottom video is about the stimulus checks that are going out in July, August, and September. And this video is my newest video about the Social Security increases from President Biden. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks, guys, and happy 4th of July, and I will see you in the next video.